We are live. What's going on out there, YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS. We are back here again for another open discussion of Game of Thrones, 6th season, 7th episode, The Broken Man. I have featured here JOR-ELS Alexandria. And what's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Not much.
So we are here, and we're about to go into live discussion. Before we do, I want to give a huge shout out to Amon Snow because she's kind of under the weather today. She wanted to be here with us. She might show up in the chat here and there, but she's kind of under the weather. So hopefully you'll see her back next week. And we're about to dive right into this. What did we think about this episode? I have a couple thoughts I thought were really epic, but what were your impressions of this episode, Drew?
Overall, I thought it was a pretty impressive episode for sure. I mean, it's a bit on the slower side, but it was still a strong episode for me. Like just in general, there were some good reveals for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, that one reveal we're gonna have to talk about because it's such an intricate part about this story. Even the title, I think it really encompasses that character, and that is the Hound. I thought that was a really interesting reveal, but it was weird because I don't know if it was overshadowed by me seeing Ian McShane just randomly up there. I was like, what show am I watching? Because he showed up before you actually see the Game of Thrones titles. And that's what totally it threw me off guard. I was like, where are the titles at? What is this? So I guess what did you want to bring up anything about the Hound or the way that his character is progressing now moving forward, that he hasn't died from what happened with the fight that he was in? What was your thoughts on the fact that he's alive and just where he's progressed to at this point?
The Hound. Well, first off, when they showed the Hound at the beginning, I think it was before the logos. I can't remember, but when they showed the Hound, my reaction wasn't very good because I honestly just assumed it was a flashback. Because this whole time I've been convinced that he was dead. So I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a cool little flashback. All right. But then we started talking and he mentioned, Brienne. I was like, what? Like I'm so fucking confused. It's weird that the Hound is back. Especially since I'm excited that he's back, but I'm not I didn't lose my mind, but I am. He is one of my favorite characters. But it's been a long time,
Yeah, it has. Is it since the end of the 5th season?
The Hound.
Yeah, I thought he died in the end of the 5th season.
I feel like it was earlier. I could be totally wrong. I'm not sure.
Yeah, fact check us in the comment section, y'all. but yeah, I felt the same way. I literally was thinking, man, this is one of Bran's memories. Like he's going back, and this is an unknown character that we don't know. This guy might be related to the Starks, and I was like, okay, this is where we're gonna go with this. And then all of a sudden, I see him, and I was like, I didn't have time to really react like I normally would. I guess I felt this whole entire episode. There was that moment. And then the Arya moment, which we'll get into a little bit later on. I didn't think they were real. And so I didn't really express it the way I really wanted to.
Yeah, no, a lot of people were like, why didn't you record your reaction to the Hound coming back? And I was like, well, even if I did, it wouldn't have been much because I thought it was a dream for a few minutes. So, yeah.
Wow. So yeah, thanks for fact checking, y'all. So it was wow, gosh, dog, it was a long time ago. It was the 4th season, episode 9.
Okay, I was about to say damn. All right.
It has been a long time. Gosh, dog.
By the way, if you guys see me eating in the window here, I had to. Niggas hungry. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, all right. But yeah, I mean, for me, the thing about his character being back is he's not the same one-dimensional character. Not that he was one-dimensional, period, but he's progressed a step further that not only am I sympathetic for his character, but I see where he's trying to make an effort to change. Whereas before, he didn't give a care. Like, it was just like, yo, I am what I am, and I'm a byproduct of what I am.
Yeah, I might disagree with you a little bit there because, well, first off, what do you think about him coming back from his injury? You know,
well honestly, I didn't think he died. Like when he
fell, like he had like fucking like bone shards, or at least one like popping out of his fucking body and shit. Like, I mean, damn, he ain't got he's got no limp or nothing. Not that I'm not like going, I'm not like angry about it or anything. I'm just saying, like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, when it happened, right? Like when he fell, and I saw him kind of sitting there, and Arya didn't kill him. Like, to me, that was the only death in Game of Thrones that I didn't understand, because they always show the person dead. In some capacity, they really show it. They don't leave it up to option of like, maybe this person died, maybe they didn't. Like, when the person, especially a character, is dead, you see it. And honestly, I never really thought he was dead. I might be one of the only Monopoly ones of that. But to see him back in full form, like see him like carrying that big old like log, I was like, gosh. I don't know. Like I think that it's gonna be interesting to see where he progresses more so than what happened to him. I think that's what I took out of this episode more than anything, because I didn't really think he was dead to begin with, I guess.
And going back to what I was saying when I disagreed with you, I feel like it's just the same old Hound. It's just that, he's just in a different position in life, But I feel like he's still the exact same way. Maybe there was like some tiny restraint because the people he was with were kind of, I don't know, they seem like very spiritual, calm people or something. But I feel like the Hound he's still the same way. Like, if it were up to him, I think he would have tried to murder those 3 horsemen that came in before everyone, got slaughtered. So.
Yeah, true. And that's the thing. Like, I think for me, the reason why I say that I don't feel like he's the same, I take in account when he was with Arya. Like, just Arya in general, when he was like connecting with that small time like farmer that had a kid that needed help, or when he confronted these guys and just like demolished them just right there on the spot, just because, you know what I'm saying? Or even when like he cut down that dude that, like revived himself, like there was no hesitation. Like he has no reason to hesitate anymore. And even with Arya being there, he would still be a cutthroat. And I didn't feel that from his demeanor and the way he interacted with Ian McShane's character. I feel like they have really reached a certain kind of like camaraderie or understanding of where his character is trying to go. But it was like, well, I would have hoped for a little bit more episodes with them two together than Ian McShane's untimely end, because he got killed. Oh man, what's going on, Anthony?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Sam? Alex, how you doing, bro?
What's going on, man? What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, man.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. We are just kind of dissecting certain sections of this episode. I think I'm gonna move into the next thing about this is Arya. What do y'all? First off, when that didn't happen, I knew she wasn't gonna make it out of there alive. But when she started getting stabbed, I was like, "Is this really happening?" That's what I was questioning myself. I was like, "Is this real?" But what was y'all's take on Arya getting stabbed or getting injured, or where she's gonna go moving forward?
Sure. Yeah, I was in a similar situation. I thought it was a dream for a second because she was so she got Robb Stark basically. Well, technically speaking, whatever his wife's name was, that's what she kind of. But anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, like the way that his wife got stabbed in the belly is almost exactly how she got stabbed. So that was kind of eerie and probably very intentional, actually. But
it was.
It was vicious, man. It completely took me by surprise. Like, I don't know. I don't know where her character's gonna go from here because it's not like she's in 24 hours. Like she's gonna be, woo, we're good to go. Like this is gonna take some days at the very least. That's at the very least. You know, so I thought that was a bold decision for sure.
It was. What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, when I first saw it, I thought that it was a dream, and I was like, really, Arya, you're gonna trust this old lady that just appeared out of nowhere, and she just like, oh hello, and then she just stabbed her like 4 times, and right at that moment, I was like, okay, so she's injured and it looks pretty bad. So my prediction is that she's gonna meet someone that she probably already knows, maybe Renly Baratheon, who we haven't seen in a couple seasons, or the girl that she saved but she was gonna poison the previous episode. I think she might save her or help her. Hey, let's stitch you up. Because in the preview it showed that she was like running and then she's gonna like jump over a building, and which leads me to think that maybe she might interact with someone might save her. But I hope she gets that bitch's like throat and just kill her ass, because I can't stand her so much. She's such a bitch. But anyway, yeah. No, I really hate her. She has never really like been someone that I was like, even from season 5 when she was like training with, the many-faced god, and I was like, she needs to go. She doesn't like her at all. But I was so surprised. But I hope I knew they were gonna kill her off. But I thought like, oh my god, like that was the writers pretty much saying, all right guys, we haven't really killed anyone in a long time, but there's no one's safe in the show. So that was my thoughts about it overall.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Like I feel like every time there's something going on with Arya, I'm torn between, is this something she's going through or is this part of her training? Because it's like I feel like all these different things have been simulated to some capacity through the guy that's been training her. Like even like when she lost her sight, even when she was like in a bad place, even when she started actually poison. It was like he knows what's in her heart, what she's going to do. Like he's known her before she started training. So it's like I'm torn with the fact of thinking maybe he's leading her up to this as part of her training. Like he knows that she's gonna have to take this girl out, and I don't know how it's gonna be, but it's like it's a really awesome story arc that I hope has a good punchline by the end of it. I think that's more than anything for me.
Yeah, I think my issue with Arya's arc is that what's the point? Like at the current time, it feels like an episode of Lost when I'm watching her story arc right now, which has me kind of concerned because it's sort of like, okay, I love kind of strange storytelling, but like at this point, it's getting to a point that's like, okay, for God's sakes, if we can already get an answer to why Hodor says Hodor, like, can we get an answer to like the purpose behind her training, like the weirdness with the many-faced god and all the faces on the heads and that temple place? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be nice to get some answers, or at least one answer.
Yeah.
At least, because at the current time, her training, especially with her being stabbed, her training seems completely wasted at the current time.
I agree, because when you really think about it, like ever since she left the Hound back in season 4 and she's been training, it's just like a completely different. It feels like a filler type like arc for Arya, because we all know since maybe like episode 9 of season 1 that her whole goal is to kill everyone from her list, and the only people that are really left is Cersei, and the Hound is still on her list also, but it's just like we need to get her out of there, like get her to Westeros already. Like we need her. I'm telling you right now, the day her and Sansa, if they ever reunite, I'm gonna be like tearing up if that ever happens, but you never know.
Oh, prepare to tear up, bro. if she was ever gonna die, it just occurred to me that Sansa could die. Shit, I didn't think about that. But whatever. They're gonna beat out. They're gonna win anyways. Despite the fact that anyone can die at this point.
I know.
I think they'll meet up. I think so.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think with Arya for me, like I really don't have a real issue with it at all because from where I've seen her come from the guy that taught her and gave her needle, from her meeting up with the Hound, from her meeting up with this guy and just training her, you know what I'm saying? Like she has progressed to be better. And that's the thing. Like I mean, if she dies, then that's one thing. But I can definitely say she's being sharpened to something very lethal. And I remember when she had this run-in with the Red Witch, and she was like, "I'm seeing all these different eye colors of people that you're going to end their lives." And I'm like, I don't think that that was just to be said. I think that that's something that's foreshadowing for something that's going to come. And it's like, if she makes it out of this, she could be one of the most deadliest people in the Game of Thrones potentially. But it's all potential, and it is a real slow burn. It can feel like filler, but for me, it's like I think it's just a progression of her character, and so I'm not too like hazed about it. But we'll see. What did y'all think about Jaime and the Black Fish? Cause what was y'all's thoughts about that whole moment of them meeting up in the conversation? I thought it was really good, actually.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I thought it was interesting for sure. Like seeing Jaime stuck in a tough spot, basically, because it's Blackfish King, whatever his real name is. He's not budging. You know, like he said, he's got like 2 years worth of resources. So he's just like, come at me, bro. So, it's interesting sort of seeing Jaime in kind of a fucked up position. You know, they're not going quietly. So, yeah, or maybe not at all.
So, yeah, I agree. I mean, when I first, from the preview from last week, I thought that for sure that Brienne and Jaime were going to meet up once she went over to Riverrun. And when he approached, and you see that Edmure, they're like, we're going to cut his throat, and, you know, he's like, go ahead. You know, I don't got nothing to lose. And him just, you know, making fun of Jaime, you know, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, and I'm just like, wow, like Jaime. It's crazy how from season 1 how we all like hated. I didn't hate it. I was like, I was like, this guy is so despicable. But from now, knowing like all that history and backstory, it's like, wow, this guy, he really like is hated, and the only reason that he really like continues on is his love for Cersei. So I love Jaime, but like I'm like, it's kind of like it's gonna be crazy what's gonna happen in the next episode for sure. But this confrontation with the Blackfish, really, it's all set up. You know, it's all setting up to something that's gonna like lead us to the bigger picture overall.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I just love the cinematography of this episode too. Like, there was a lot of different shots that I really had appreciation for, but specifically their scenes together, I just kind of love their chemistry because they're men of tragedy. They're birthed into this moment together, and it's like we saw the Red Wedding. We saw what Blackfish really has to be feeling inside. We know that Jaime has his history with his sister, and he's lost a son, multiple sons at this point now. Actually, his daughter and his son, and it's like he's trying to regain faith for his kingdom, for his son who banished him to this situation. So it's like it's definitely building up to this interest about it. I don't know that really anybody's going to win because Cersei is putting herself in a bad situation too.
Yeah.
I
don't know, man.
I think Cersei is like totally flawed. I'm serious. You know, when that old lady, shit, I can't remember her name, the mother to Natalie.
Tyrell, Grandmama Tyrell.
Yeah, when she was going off on Cersei about like her weaknesses at the current time, I was like, damn. There's not much to be said about that. Like, yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Cersei and Jaime are sort of not in good points right now.
Yeah. I think that was one of the things we said last time is that moment that Jaime and Cersei had together might have been their last time they ever see each other again. And I think that'd be interesting symmetry because they literally set all this stuff in motion from their sin or their issues that they had in the beginning of the first season anyway. So It's gonna be crazy. I don't know. What did you think, Anthony? Any special moments of this episode that kind of hit you besides what we've already talked about?
Um, Favorite part of the episode. Overall, I like the whole everything in the north. I feel like is the most interesting parts, like with Jon Snow and him recruiting the wildlings and getting all these houses. Oh my God! When she said 62 people, I was like, really? Like I was like, that's it? That's all you got? I'm like, we have like I forgot how many what's his name? But the bastard.
What the
He has
Olive?
yeah, Ramsey, and he has like I don't think like 5,000. Like you guys like them together, it's gonna be something crazy. I like how Davos has slowly had becoming one of my favorite characters, because he loves children, and that moment when he had with Lyanna and how he understands children, and I love that interaction and them showing their skills. I wonder who Sansa sent that letter to. Because she's like, we need more men, we need more men. And John's like, we need to go right now because winter is coming and we need to attack them now before Ramsay, who's like always like 5 steps ahead of everybody, is gonna do an attack just like how we did with Stannis. So that's why I get both perspectives, but that was like my favorite part of the episode overall.
Yeah, I guess maybe Sansa might be. You think she might be reaching into the pockets of Old Baelish?
Yeah,
I think so
she's
too.
definitely gonna have to recruit Littlefinger's troops. I mean, it's literally there for her, regardless of what he did. That's what I was left to believe too.
Yeah,
But
that would make
I don't
sense.
know. It might come with a price, man. Because he might double team him. He might. I mean, he might end up like working with Bolton. Real talk. Like I don't trust Littlefinger. Period.
Hey, yeah, you can't just like it's give and take with my main man Peter for sure.
I know, man. Like he's like always 15 steps ahead of everybody, but I don't like we don't know his end goal. That's the thing. I don't think he wants the throne. That's the thing. I like he would have been there already at this point, but I think he's like kind of like the Joker where he just wants chaos and madness. But overall, like, or I doubt it. But like I don't because remember everything that's in the settings is in real time. Like that episode, I think it was like 4 or 5 when Littlefinger is talking to that little kid, and then next episode he's already in the north. Like it's all out of time. So I don't know. Maybe she's sending a letter to Brienne, maybe to tell her, hey, get those guys because we need them right now to like go to war. But anything could happen at this point. Like these writers are so smart, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. They are milking us, man. They're just milking the mess out of us.
And we only have like 3 episodes left. That's crazy.
Oh shit, that's right.
Tag on, man.
Went by fast,
So,
right?
are we gonna get an epic battle?
Oh yeah.
I think we're gonna have like an epic battle.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just a question of where, really. Maybe simultaneous battles, probably.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Ramsay's, the Boltons, and Jon Snow and his crew. Definitely, that's going to be the big. It might happen episode 9 because every season, except season 5, episode 9 has been the big climactic episode. But
yeah,
I think next episode is definitely going to be like a setup, and then episode 8 and then episode 9 is going to be like the big thing because next episode is showing Bran and Jaime, and she's like telling Jaime, look, you remember your oath that you gave to Ned Stark's wife, Catelyn, and remember that oath. You said that you would protect Sansa and you would bring Arya back. So you're still in that oath, no matter what. Even though she's not here, you still need to keep your promise. So maybe he might let his forces and the Black Division's forces join together and then go to Winterfell. Anything can happen. Like it's something that I think. Either that could happen, or and I hope that Marjorie is definitely faking all that religious stuff, right? Like, yeah, she's definitely faking. So we might have a death over at King's Landing too, and that might like conclude that that thing. Yeah, I got a question for you guys. How would you love Ramsay to die? Because I really think this is gonna be his last like rise to the sun this season.
Really, this season.
I definitely think he's gonna die this season. I cannot see him like he's such a great villain because we love to hate him so much. I think this is definitely gonna be his last season here in Game of Thrones.
Wow. I could actually easily see him going on at least to another season.
Yeah.
Or another half of another season.
I could see that too, but I think because when that battle happens, you already know that one side's gonna win, or maybe it'll be like a draw and like they're gonna. I would love for because I think Ghost, hopefully he's still with Jon and he's traveling with it. I would love for Ghost to just like rip him to parts and just bite his dick off and just bite his eye off and all that. Like that would be so cool. Like and the actor said in the past that. Hear me out. The actor said in the past that he would love to die by a dragon, and I'm like, what's better than a dragon other than a direwolf? Because it's always been the direwolves and the dragon. So that would be like something I would love. I would just like praise this. I'll praise the show. I would like that's the greatest death because Joffrey's death was like fast and it was like it was brutal, but Ramsay deserved to get like a death like just like I don't know. That's just me. Alright, man. So you don't watch it here.
No, I agree, man. I don't know. I mean, I go back and forth. I think it'd be great if Theon finally got his revenge somehow, or man, how would I want Ramsay to die? Shit.
Yeah, but like he's so far away. He's with the Iron Islands and his sister, and he's gonna go rally up to, Daenerys. So. I'm not sure. I would have wanted him to kill him too, but now he's like too far away. But when my consider that he might stay another season, and then Theon's gonna confront him, and then he's like "fuck you," then just rip his dick off. So his dick needs to go off. I'm just saying it needs to like.
Wow.
It did. That's just me.
It's getting a little,
that's his manlyhood, bro. But that's just me, man.
Yeah, so to answer your question, I don't see him dying this season. I see him killing a major character just because. Unfortunately, I really feel like Ramsay is gonna at least last until next season. Now, I mean, he might become incapacitated. He might lose an eye or something like that. Like, I think having him have like a facial scar or some kind of scar, I think would actually be volumes to his character. Because like when Jon got like the scars that he got, it was like people were like, "Oh, flip, what is gonna happen?" You know. And I think that his character, he's earned his stripes at this point. Like it's gonna go for blows between Jon and Ramsay to some capacity, even if they don't fight directly. And Ramsay loves to make people suffer. And I mean, I don't know, man. It's gonna go down between them, and I don't think it's gonna be the end just in this season. It'll be so much better from a writing standpoint to let that drag on and marinate a little bit more, but to have something terrible happen to shake Jon out of his empathy. Because right now, to me, Jon is not a fighter. Right now, he's trying to hold on to his humanity because he died.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't feel like he's been shaken out of that from anger. And I think the anger would be a great motivation to get him out of that. Now, who would die? I don't know. He could have killed like the younger brother. He could kill Sansa. I don't know, but I know that there has to be something that puts Jon in the offensive mode. That's just me personally.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, I also think that somewhere in this season, there's going to be some kind of reveal about Jon and his past, because this whole season has been like a theme of redemption and like, the past. You can't change the past, and I think because of the reveal of from the last episode we saw the Mad King and now I can't remember Uncle Benjen, and I think that some way somehow they're gonna like evolve into like the main arc with Jon somehow. I think, and I'm not sure if you guys believe in the theory R plus L equals J, or if you've heard about it yet. I know Sam, you've just like gotten the show. I'm not sure if you heard about that theory yet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know, man. Girl.
I don't know, but it would be great for. I've been trying to think of what's the best way for Ramsay to die. Shit. It would be perfect if I don't know how this would happen, but this would be perfect if Ramsay like turned around after being like stabbed by like Jon Snow or Theon, and then You see Daenerys on a dragon, and she just like flames him fucking down. Fucking Ramsay's like, fuck! And then it's fucking flesh.
Like, no! Yeah, like, that would be so funny. That would be so awesome. I don't know, him and, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just going to say I probably shed a tear if I saw So, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Wow. I don't know.
And the guy from Harry Potter, too. You're not talking about, what's his name? The old guy from the Red Wedding. He needs to go out, like, soon, too. But he might die, actually, this season, too.
I think he's going to get his end this season because he was way too cocky sitting there telling his people to do this and do that. Yeah. So, I definitely say that. To go ahead and round this out, what did y'all give this episode rating-wise?
Rating-wise, I think I'm still sticking to an 8, like an 8 out of 10 for this episode. I thought it was it's still strong. I don't think there's been a weak episode so far, at least not for me personally. This is sort of another setup episode. Setup episodes I'm not too crazy about, but it's better than The Walking Dead. Episode, so.
Yeah. Still hurts. Go ahead. What about you?
Yeah, overall, I love this episode. Like, I don't think Game of Thrones ever like gives like one episode just to like fill. You know, they always have a you have to judge this as a big 10-hour movie. And I gave this episode an 8 also. It's a lot of setup, a lot of things, a lot of storylines. It still get me entertained, and you know the characters are evolving, and it's all gonna lead up to this big climactic fight between these two sides. There's no villains in this show. Everyone's just like a person and a real person that has certain goals. So I think this episode really I know we didn't get any Tyrion and we didn't get Varys, but I think that's all gonna like continue on in that next episode anyway. So I give this episode an 8 overall.
Yeah. I actually gave it a little bit higher of a rating because of just certain subtle things. I think I gave it a 9 out of 10 when I did my review because I love the progression of bringing Hound back and where his character is. Same thing with Tyrion, well not Tyrion, but Theon and his dynamics with his sister and him trying to evolve from being dissected from being Reek into trying to become the man that he needs to be to help his sister. I think that even with Arya, like I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, not from what it has gotten to, but the capacity of these characters. And I think that from a storyboard standpoint, they're setting up some amazing things that are hyping my anticipation for the next few episodes to come. And I think that's the reason why I gave it a 9 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed the episode. I wasn't as surprised as I wanted to be, and that was maybe my own fault. I wish they hadn't killed Ian McShane. I actually enjoyed him being up here. But what can you do? You gotta kill the man that you gotta kill, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta murder. Does anyone know? You gotta murder. Does anyone know why this episode was like 8 minutes shorter than usual? Does anyone know?
It was weird, right? I don't know why they shortened the episode. That was weird. Maybe because like the after show, I guess, but I don't know.
It was really bizarre, like, because I remember in my live stream, I was just like, oh yeah, 10 more minutes, and then like, shit cut off real quick. I was like, no.
Why exactly?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like it literally was in the end of my reaction. I was like, okay, he's grabbing it. All right, he's gonna go kill these guys. Wait, it's over?
And they just cut.
Wait,
no. Like no, we want more.
Yeah. And shout out to Yara. Is that her name? Yara, Theon's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, after the last moment we had with her, she had the funniest line of the episode. She said something about that prostitute. She was like, "All right, I'm gonna go and fuck the tits off this."
Yo, y'all was awesome, man.
I was like, whoa. She like kind of like his. I don't know. It's interesting, like characters that I don't usually think about are characters that are like really interesting to me now, or that I want to know more about. Like that's good storytelling. So.
Yeah, true. Am I the only one who thought they were gonna kiss or something? I don't know why. Am I the only? Because remember when like season 2 when like he returned to the Iron Islands and he was like touching her and then it was like he found out that, oh, you're my sister? What? I was like there was 2 moments in this season that happened. I was like, why are they getting so close to each other? But man, I love their chemistry. They have really good chemistry, Theon and Yara. But I like her like being real with him. You know, just saying, just either you're gonna be my brother or you kill yourself. Either way, I'm gonna continue on doing what I'm gonna do, and I need you here by my side. So I like that she's like, just motivating him, and when she was like, I know you've had years of bad things, and he was like, bad things. You have no idea what I went through. So I love their. Yeah, that's a great point, man. Yara was awesome, and she was like, I've never seen an ass like that in the Iron Island, something like that. I was like, yo, this girl's like, she's a badass. I don't care. She's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just because the way this show is like built, like off of incest in general. Like that's just the general consensus of like it's a possibility in this world. But anyway, we got to round out. Thanks everybody for watching for this live discussion. We'll be back next Monday. Anthony, thanks for coming as a special guest. You want to talk about your channel real quick?
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for letting me on. My channel, I'm pretty new to the YouTube community. Pretty much what I do is trailer reactions, movie reviews, TV episode reviews. I'm just trying to grow my channel and create good content overall. You guys could subscribe to my channel if you guys watching. Anthony Rodriguez is just my channel. You can follow me on Twitter, Anthony142013. And I really appreciate you guys letting me on. You guys are awesome. And I've been fans of you guys for almost a couple years now, And being able to talk to you guys here on this chat is just mind-blowing. So thank you guys.
That's awesome, man.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. And as always, like you're more than welcome to come back for sure, man. Like we're gonna try to add more content. Like if I can catch up to Preacher, maybe we might actually start doing a live discussion for Preacher. Jarrell has been like egging me on to like watch. I haven't caught up yet, so hopefully I do. But speaking of Jarrell, y'all definitely have to go down to the description bar below. Check out Jarrell's channel. It's got a lot of content coming out, a lot more to come. And so definitely give him some love, give him a shout out and a sub in the bottom description bar. Thanks for coming, Jarrell. Got any final words, bro?
No, I mean, thanks, Anthony, for the kind words. Another solid episode, and we have 3 episodes left, right? 3
Yeah.
episodes? Okay. Shit. That's nuts. I can't wait to see it. I don't know where it's going. I never do, and that's one of the best parts about Game of Thrones. So. Yeah.
It doesn't disappoint, that's for sure, like other shows. Anyway, all right, everybody. We are going off broadcast. Y'all have an awesome night. We'll be back next Monday. And like I said, maybe we might get up into that Preacher. Peace, y'all.